What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Lineman Football, and today's video I'm going to be giving you guys 8 different lineman pet peeves. Now these are things that linemen hate about other linemen, other players on the team, coaches, and fans. Now how this worked is I put out a poll to my Instagram and I said, what are your biggest pet peeves as a lineman? I gave my personal favorite, the one that works me the wrong way every time, and then they came with a bunch of really good ones. Let's jump into it. Okay, so number 1 is going to be my personal favorite pet peeve, and that is going to be when someone says we are a linesman. When someone adds an extra S in there and calls us a linesman, I don't know why, but it just really bugs me, and there's no need for it, and it just pisses me off. Alright, number 2 specifically is going to be about the center. Yes, I'm saying the center. I'm saying it is not the hiker or the snapper. As a center, those are really just terms that we hate being called, and I don't 100% know why, but it's a center, that's it. The only one that is different is it is a long snapper. Okay, so you're a long snapper if you are the center on punt and field goal. You are a center if you are on for actual offense. There is a difference between them, and they have different names. Alright, now number 3 is going to be having to do the same conditioning as the wide receivers and all the skill position guys. The reality is linemen do different things on the field than skill position players. Skill position players, like say specifically wide receivers, they have to be able to sprint 40 yards downfield, cut, run, jog back to the huddle after that play. Okay, that's where normal conditioning is really good for them. Long sprints, all that kind of greyhounds, gassers, whatever you call them, that works for them. But for linemen, we don't have to run 40 yards at a time. We do, 8 to 10 power steps that we're using a lot of our leg power, and then that's pretty much it for that play. Lineman conditioning should be different conditioning than everyone on the rest of the team because what is asked of us in-game is completely different. Now the next one is going to be about fans, that all fans think that the dumber guys play line, and the reality is offensive line specifically, at least from my perspective, are the smartest guys on the field. Receivers, generally, they know their routes, they know the route combos, and they kind of have an understanding of the play and what's going on. But lineman has to know everything about the play. They have to know where the quarterback's going, they have to know where the running backs are going, they have to know who they're responsible for, they have to understand blitz pickups, and if that changes their responsibilities, they have to have secret languages built so they can shift responsibilities of who's blocking who at the line. They have to have all these different components that work together in a very small span of time. In my opinion, O-linemen are the smartest guys on the field, hands down. Alright, now the next one is going to deal with running backs. The worst feeling is when a running back breaks a really long run and the running back gets all the credit, he goes to the sideline, he's getting all pumped up by everyone else, and there's no credit for the line. The worst is when the running back doesn't even thank the line when he should know that there was his job that was made easier because of that line. They made the hole for him. So it feels really disrespectful when we don't get thanked. And then generally the icing on the cake is when the running back doesn't break a long run. Say if he loses a yard, everyone blames the O-line, right? Always forgotten out there and never given the spotlight. It's an awful feeling, and it's just the worst. We deserve a lot of credit. Now again, dealing with the running back, the next one is going to be when the running back bounces outside of the hole. You see it every single time. When kids are new to football, they're scared to go inside the tackles. They don't have great vision. They just bump it out every single time because they think they're faster than every other kid. But the reality is the quickest way to the end zone is right up the middle. And a lot of running backs just don't get it. Okay, the next 2 are big for me. Everyone thinks that snapping is the easiest thing in the world to do. Okay, now when you're snapping the football, say for example shotgun, doing it before practice between your legs and doing it in a game are completely different. The amount of stress on you in a game versus in practice is different. The next difference is going to be when in a game you have to step and snap at the same time, which most people don't understand. Also, you have to step, snap, and pick up your guy / watch the offense when you are a center. The center is the general of the O-line. His job is to see everything that's happening, find the Mike linebacker, call him out, and make sure everyone's on the same page. There's a lot of responsibilities on that center. Snapping is one of them, but people don't understand how hard it is in the pressure situation inside an actual game. Now the last one is going to be to deal with snapping again, and that's that people that hate on dead ball snapping. Now I understand dead ball snapping might not look as good as a nice spiral back to the quarterback, I get it, but if you have a center that has been having a lot of issues with normal snapping and they want to try dead ball snapping, don't give them any flack for it, because the reality is they could be a lot better at it. I was the same way, for example. When I had a terrible year snapping normal shotgun. I switched to dead ball in the offseason and I had a great season next year. I still have issues with it as a coach. When I see a center that is snapping the ball to the left or right of the quarterback and is not going center, the issue I see is when they are snapping, they are turning their wrist and it's kicking out their elbow at the same time. Say their elbow's hitting off the inside of the leg. The easiest way to correct that is dead ball because it takes your wrist, immobilizes it, and makes it so you have to go straight back. So telling the center their job is easy and then critiquing them when they try to make improvements is just counterproductive, and I'm not a fan. So there you guys go. There's the first episode of Lineman Pet Peeves. Let me know other pet peeves you have down below and we will cover them in a future episode. Again, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and as always, thanks.